you can easily replace the voice of a character from the video that was created by Video 3 with a different voice or maybe your own voice. So let me play one example for you.
Hey, I have something for you. Where do rainbows go after being arrested? To the prism.
And I just replaced that voice using my own voice with the help of voice cloning feature from ElevenLabs. And this is the result.
Hey, I have something for you. Where do rainbows go after being arrested? To the prism.
Okay, so it was great, and basically I was using a feature called Voice Changer in ElevenLabs. I actually made a somewhat long tutorial about it. If you are interested, you can check it out on my channel. But there is one problem of the Voice Changer feature on ElevenLabs, because right now, when I'm recording this video, you can only replace the voice of one character. So if you have a video with multiple people talking, let's say male and female, ElevenLabs doesn't care. It's going to replace both of them, and now they have the same voice, which is a problem. And now the characters are basically losing. So then, how do you replace those voices and still maintaining different or distinct characters? Well, it's a bit more complicated. I have found the way to do that, but it's going to be not complicated. I would say you need some patience to be able to change the voices of multiple characters from a video that was created by Video 3. So buckle up, because in this video, I'll show you exactly the step-by-step process to achieve that. And I'll show you all the tools that you need to replace the voices of multiple characters from a video. Now, the first step that you need to do is that you have to download the video from Video 3. But before that, I guess I have to play this video first so we can compare it later with the final version. So let me play this video.
What happened when two slices of bread went on a date?
I don't know. What happened?
It was loaf at first sight.
Okay, so that's the result. Now I'm going to click this and click download. Now, the next thing that we need to do is we have to separate the audio from the video, because the software or the tool that we are going to use later can only support audio file. So you can fire up your favorite video editing tool or maybe audio editing tool, because we just want to extract the audio from the video. And in this case, I'm going to be using Filmora. It is the video editor that I'm familiar with, but you can use pretty much any video editor. You can use Adobe Premiere, you can use CapCut and so many other video tools. And here I'll just put the video and put that into the timeline. And I'm going to export the video, but I'll select WAV or maybe MP3 as a format. And then I'll get the audio file from that video. Okay, it's very quick. Now I have this audio file.
What happened when two slices of bread went on a date?
I don't know. What happened?
It was loaf at first sight.
Okay, so that's pretty good. The next step is we have to use a tool called, I don't know the name actually, but basically this website, I'll leave the link in the video description. So you can navigate to this website. It is free, by the way. You can actually use it without having to create an account, although I do recommend to actually create an account, login, because it will give you more quota and more access. And you know, again, it's still free even if you create an account. Now, after that, you have to click this button to browse the file. And let me select the audio that I just separated from this video. Okay, just wait until it finishes. Now, this is going to be the most difficult part, and maybe you have to figure out on your own about the setting or the model that you should be using based on the content of your video. So here I'll select the type, and there are so many models, so many types that you could select on this platform. I cannot tell you which one that you should be using, because each of them will cater to a specific style or content of the audio. So there's a music, drums, bass, guitar, piano, etc. But in this case, I'm going to be using male-female separation. This is a setting that I'm going to use. But you can also use, let's say, MVSep multi-speaker. This is also a good one. Although in my testing, the quality is not so great. And yeah, since my video has male and female, so I guess it makes sense for me to use this particular setting. So I'll select this option. But again, you have to find your own setting or model because everyone's video will be different. Now, the model tab, this is also the most difficult part. You have to select some other settings, but for my case, I think SCNet XL is much better compared to other settings that I've tried. And the way to extract is from mixture, and the output is MP3. So when you're done with the settings, you can click separate and just wait for this AI tool to extract the voices from your video or from your audio. So I'm using the free account, and that's why I have to wait a bit longer, but I'll be back in a second. Okay, so my audio will be processed any second now, and this is why I do recommend to actually create an account. If you don't, then the queue might be 10 or 20 lines long, so you have to wait like 10-20 minutes just to be able to separate the audio from an 8-second video or 8-second audio. Anyway, this is the result, and you can test this. There's the male and female section. Let me play the final result, and hopefully it's a clean separation.
What happened when 2 slices of bread went on a date? It
Okay,
was
that's
loaf
good.
at first sight.
Yeah, that's really good. The female section is basically gone because it has been separated into this section.
I don't know what happened.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty good, although it's not perfect, but you can actually clean it using tools like Adobe Podcast, Sound Enhancer. Yeah, this is actually a free tool that you could utilize to enhance the audio quality, or basically reducing some noise in the background, but it is optional. You can use this in case the final generation doesn't feel right or doesn't sound right. Okay, I'm not going to use it. So after that, you can click this button to download the file. Let me try the male and then the female audio. And there it goes. So we have the separated male and female characters. Now we can use ElevenLabs voice changer to actually change the voice of that files. So let's navigate to elevenlabs.io. Then you can log in with your account. And then you have to navigate to the voice changer menu right here. And then I'm going to try changing the voice of the female character, the male character first. Let me just drag and drop the file right here. And I'll select, let's say, a different voice. Let's try using, okay, there are plenty of options. Let's try using Adam. And I'm using the default setting. And let's try generating the speech.
What happened when 2 slices of bread went on a date? It was loaf at first sight.
Okay, that's pretty good. Now you can click this and download the file. And by the way, if you're not quite happy with the result, you can actually change some settings like stability, similarity, exaggeration, and you might want to remove background noise, but those are optional. If you are not happy with the default setting, and then you can change the settings. Okay, now let's continue with the female voice. I'm going to delete this and let's upload the female character. Let's change the voice into someone else. Okay, there are many options. Let's try Emily and let's click generate.
I don't know what happened.
Okay, so there is that artifact, but I think that's mostly because the characters actually kind of talking together when they're laughing. So they are talking together and it's kind of overlapping, and that's why AI from this tool is kind of struggling to differentiate the voices from which character. So maybe in your video from video 3, you might want to avoid people talking together or maybe laughing together. That's just my recommendation if you don't want to get the audio that sounds like that. But anyway, I'll just download this. Let me just click the download button. There you go. So I got the 2 files of new voices. Now let's go back to Filmora, and now we can replace the original voices with new voices. But first, let me just import the files. So I have these 2 files. Let's drag and drop. And I'm going to mute this original audio. Just mute, so there's no voices anymore. And I think this is the male voice. And I'll put the female voice at the bottom. There you go. So they have the same duration, so it should be a lot easier to make sure that they are aligned together. And let's play this new variation, this new video.
What happened when 2 slices of bread went on a date?
I don't know what happened.
It was loaf at first sight.
Okay, so maybe the last section of female love is kind of unclear. I'm going to remove that. Let's play it again.
What happened when 2 slices of bread went on a date?
I don't know what happened.
It was loaf at first sight.
Okay, that's decent. So yeah, basically, if you're quite satisfied with the result, you can export a video and you can get a brand new video that now has different audio or different voice, and all of that thanks to the help of this tool and also ElevenLabs. And by the way, let me play the final video one more time so we can compare it with the original video.
What happened when 2 slices of bread went on a date?
I don't know what happened.
It was loaf at first sight.
And again, this is the original audio.
What happened when 2 slices of bread went on a date?
I don't know what happened.
It was loaf at first sight.
Okay, well, clearly the original video was much better, but given that we are jumping around between tools and I'm not selecting the best voices for the characters, I think it's pretty good, it's decent, and you can definitely use this method to change multiple voices characters from the video that was created by VO3. So that's basically it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on my next video. I wish you a great day ahead.